Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be getting ready for my baby shower. My hair is already done. My friend Lakin did it for me and she went above and beyond. Everything looks so good with my hair. I'm so pleased with it. But okay, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Don't mind me. I'm out of breath half of the time of this video. So just bear with me, guys. We're going to start out with the eyes first. And it looks like I'm looking for something, I guess. I don't really know what I'm doing right there, but I'm in deep thought about something. But yeah, so we're going to prime the lids first. So I'm assuming, I'm just thinking of what I'm going to do as far as the look goes, but I'm using the ColourPop Party Proof eye primer. I really like this so far. Actually, I think I like it more than I like my e.l.f. putty primer, and that is saying a lot because I love that eye primer. But yeah, so we're just going to be putting that on the lids. If y'all see me looking down, it's because my mirror is down there. I'm getting ready in my bathroom and I'm sitting down, and so I just, instead of using the vanity mirror, I'm just using like a handheld mirror, so that's why I keep looking down. But this eye primer, it works really good for oily eyelids, which I have. And it doesn't feel thick or anything like that. I think it comes in a few colors, but the shade I have is translucent. So, yeah, it gets the job done. Okay, so next I'm going in with the ColourPop Feeling Bubbly palette. And also I'm going to have everything linked down below as far as the products and what shade colors I used in this palette, just because I don't have the palette with me while I'm doing this voiceover, so I can't really tell y'all offhand. But everything will be linked in the description box below. But I have been obsessed with this palette lately. I love ColourPop palettes, but this one, I just feel like I can do so much with it. But I'm just doing a base for the eyes right now, just to have like a clean slate to work with. So I went in with the lightest shade. Like I said, it'll be linked down below, and I'll have it in the order I used it as well. But I've never really been disappointed in ColourPop palettes. Right now I'm going in with the lightest shade in the palette on my brow bone. Sometimes I do this step at the end, but lately I've been doing it at the beginning, and it's actually just been a lot easier for me, and I have no idea why. It looks crazy to begin with, but after the look is done, it really just comes together. And I don't know why I started doing this step first instead of doing it last like I used to. I guess I'm just switching things up, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so I've always been, you know, into ColourPop. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that. But I'm really loving this palette, and I got it at Ulta, but you can get it on ColourPop's website. I'm going in the crease just very lightly, just trying to give some dimension into the eyes. And I do this step a couple of different times with a couple of different shades, but you know, sometimes I can do just one color. Like a lot of times if I'm not doing a full eye look, I'll actually use my bronzer into my crease, and it works just the same, you know, just gives you a little bit of dimension on your eyes. So fun fact, if you're ever in a hurry and you just need like a simple eye look, just do some bronzer and you're good. But yeah, this palette, I really like it because I don't feel like there's a lot of fallout. I usually do my eyes first instead of my face first, just because in case there is any fallout, I don't want to have to redo my face or anything like that. But, I mean, it really doesn't matter. If you like to do your face first instead of your eyes, then, you know, you do you. But it's just what I find easier. But I really like this palette because I feel like it's a go-to for pretty much anything. Like, I can do a neutral look with it. I can do somewhat of a bold look with it because it does have a couple of dark shades in there, but for the most part it's really good if you are just needing, like, you know, a basic neutral look. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be going in the crease a little bit more. I think I dove more into the crease this time than I typically do, just because I wanted to really have my eyes pop in pictures for my shower. So my little hairs. Ever since I've been pregnant, I swear I've been having like random baby hairs grow so much longer than they used to be, and they just like look little flyaways, but it is what it is. We've only got a few more weeks left, and why it will be here. And so we are so excited. But yeah, so now I'm going in with a darker shade on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm just kind of bringing it in. I'm sweeping it below the crease, but also on the crease as well, like the outer corner of my eye going into the crease. And you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. I just like to do it because I feel like when I start to blend these colors together, it just makes that step easier. But yeah, so you can really go in with any brush. I just went in with like a dense brush just to help pack it on a little bit more. It looks like I'm beating my eyeball, but I promise you I'm not. It just looks hard, like, looking at it, but I was not, doing it that hard. Guys, it's been a hot minute since I've done a voiceover, and I remember why now. I just jibber jabber the entire time. I feel like I'm just going on and on and on. So I guess that's why I don't do voiceovers that much. But yeah, so but this has been my go-to look lately. This is actually almost the same eye look that I did for our maternity pictures. I went and recorded a video of me doing my maternity pictures makeup, and I don't know where the footage went. Like, I did it on my camera, and I went to go edit it, and I was like, where is it? Like, I don't know if I accidentally deleted it or what, but it's fine because the look that I'm doing today is pretty much the same exact thing that I did for our maternity pictures as far as the eyes go. The face, I did not do the same products, but this eye look, I did the exact same products. So I guess you're kind of getting to see what I did for maternity pictures as far as my eyes go as well. So it is what it is as far as losing that. I'm going in with my Makeup Revolution setting spray and putting it on my shadow brush because I'm fixing to do a shimmer on the eyes, and it just works better if I wet the brush with setting spray. As you can tell, I'm having a little bit of a rough time. Wyatt was probably either kicking me right there or I was having Braxton Hicks. I've been having this a lot lately, so just bear with my facial expressions during this video. As you can see, I have not used that shade yet in that shimmer, and I was not expecting it to be that pigmented. I probably could have gone in with that dry on my eyes, and it wouldn't have been like as pigmented. But I always wet my brush with setting spray before I do a shimmer because I feel like it makes it last longer and it makes it pop more. But that was the first time I had used that shimmer shade in that palette, and let me tell y'all, it was something for sure. But I think it looked really good. It did well in pictures. I'll try to insert some pictures if I remember, as far as like the shower itself goes. But yeah, and I like the shimmer shades in this palette because I feel like they don't crease. Because I know a lot of shimmer shades that I have used did not work very well, and they creased and they just didn't look good. But now I'm going back in with one of my brushes. I don't think I put any more product on it, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm just blending it all together because a lot of times if you do mattes and then you do a shimmer shade, they need to be blended because it just looks like a harsh line. And so that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm just going back in and blending it all together. And so, yep. Must have had another Braxton Hicks right there. He is, I feel like he is ready. So whenever he's ready, we're ready, I guess. We don't have too much longer until he gets here. But yeah, if you see me breathing deep in there, it's either he's kicking me or I'm having Braxton Hicks. So, but yeah, this is the eye look so far. I think it looks really good. Very neutral. Very good for a shower. So, okay, now I'm going to go in with ColourPop liquid eyeliner and Essence Lash Primer and Essence Mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're moving on to the face. This has been my go-to foundation. This is a Dose of Colors foundation. I think I'm using the shade Light Medium, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look and link it down below, but this has been my go-to foundation. I love it. I bought it in just about every shade. I bought it in my self-tan shade, my non-self-tan shade, and my in-between where my self-tan shade is wearing off, because I love this foundation so much. And y'all know how sensitive my skin is and how bad it has gotten since how bad my skin has gotten since I got pregnant. And this is the only foundation that I have not had any reactions to, and doesn't seem to bother my skin at all. It's a matte finish, but it's not like extremely matte to where it like creases or, you know, looks like drying. You know, it's the perfect matte foundation. I love it so much, and it just works so well with all of my concealers that I like to use, powders, you name it. This is just my favorite foundation. I didn't use it for my maternity pictures, and I wish I would have. I used my Smashbox foundation, which I still love that, but it's a pretty heavy foundation, the Smashbox is. And I like this one because it is full coverage, but it doesn't feel like full coverage when you're putting it on. It's very lightweight. But yeah, so I know it looks like I'm beating my face, but I'm really not. It just kind of looks like it. But yeah, I really like this foundation a lot. So I'm just going in with that, and I feel like it covers a lot, but still looks not like your skin, but I don't know how to describe it. Like a medium to full coverage, if you will. But yeah. Okay, so we've got that on, blending it down to the neck so we don't have any harsh lines. And now we're going to go in with concealer. Guys, I'm obsessed with this Catrice concealer. It's the Catrice True Skin Concealer. I'm using the shade Warm Macadamia. And ever since I found this concealer, I've been obsessed with it. I bought the foundation with it, and I like it, but the foundation's a little too hydrating for me. I just kind of look super oily at the end of the day with it. I mean, I like it. Like, I will keep using it, but I do like this concealer with this foundation better than the concealer with the foundation that it's supposed to go with. But yeah, I use the shade Warm Macadamia whenever I'm self-tanned, and then I use Neutral Swan whenever I'm not. But this was only like $7 on Amazon. This is the best concealer, just so full coverage. It's got hyaluronic acid in it though, so it still it makes you look like your skin is healthy. I really love it. So I'm just covering some blemishes that I have, and then also working it kind of in my T-zone with the concealer. But yeah, so just covering up some of those bumps because, you know, like I said, my skin has just freaked out while being pregnant. It has been a journey. I'm going to do a whole separate video on that after I give birth to Wyatt. Like how my skin was before pregnancy, during pregnancy, and then after. So y'all keep a lookout for that. But yeah, I love this concealer. Sometimes I wear this concealer just by itself. It really just depends on what I'm doing that day. But I highly recommend. Okay, so now it looks like I'm going in with a liquid highlighter. This is a Becca liquid highlighter. They don't sell it anymore, so I won't be able to link it down below. Gosh, I put a lot on my nose right there. But I won't be able to link it down below because I don't think they make it anymore. But I love this liquid highlighter. But I will link one down below that's similar to it, and it's the Flower Beauty liquid highlighter from Ulta. And so I'll link that one down below in case y'all want to get something similar to it. But I love this liquid highlighter. I've been really into liquid highlighters lately instead of, well, I mean, I've been using powder highlighters too, but liquid highlighters for some reason I've just been loving recently. Okay, and so now I'm going to set my face real quick before I put any type of powder on. I'm going in with that same Makeup Revolution setting spray, and I'm going to let it sit for a minute, but y'all won't really see that in the video because I'm going to, like, fast forward. Okay, so now we're doing the powder, and this is my new favorite powder. It's the Undone Beauty powder, and I like it because a little bit goes a long way. Y'all know how I feel about the Maybelline loose powder, and of course that's still my favorite, but I feel like I have to use a lot of it. This, I can just dab my brush into it and lightly press on my face, and I feel like it sets everything so nice. And I don't know, I just really like this powder. I want to do more into that brand. So now I'm going in with my Tarte Trio palette. It's got bronzer, blush, and highlight in it, and I've been using the crap out of this because one, it's convenient because there's three of the things that you need in it, and two, the shades. I just love the shades in it. And I had bought this on a whim, actually. Like, I don't remember if I was looking on Ulta's website or if I was in Ulta and saw it, but I literally bought it on a whim. But yeah, so I will link down below this trio because I think there's a couple of different ones from Tarte. But this one's my favorite. And so we're just bronzing up the face a little bit, which didn't need it too much. I kind of just lightly go in on my forehead and mainly do my cheeks. Just to, you know, bronze everything up a little bit. And this blush color, obsessed with it. Oh my goodness. I don't remember the names of the shades in it, but it'll say it on the back of the palette or whatever, so I'll link it down below. But I just feel like this is the perfect blush shade for me. Any time of the year. Spring, winter, summer, fall, you name it. I love it. Which there's very few Tarte products that I am disappointed in. So just going in, dabbing a little bit on my nose. And now we're going to go in with the highlighter. And I'm just going in the same spots that I did with the liquid highlighter with the powder. Just, you know, to give me a little bit more glow, just because it is a matte foundation. But yeah, so the face is pretty much done. Looking good, girl. Looking good. Now I'm going to go in my under eyes, my lash line, sorry, I don't know why I said my under eyes. Well, I guess it is my under eyes. I'm just going in my lash line with one of those eyeshadow shades. I don't like the way mascara looks on my bottom lashes. For some odd reason, I just feel like I look like a crackhead with it. Not to say that everybody looks like that. I just feel like I do. So I usually just do a little bit of color under there, and then I'm done with the eyes usually. Now I'm going to go in and do my brows. I've been loving the L'Oreal eyebrow pencil. This is in the shade Dark Blonde. And y'all know how I'm like a ride or die for my Morphe hazelnut shade of... y'all, I cannot talk. Y'all know I'm a ride or die for the Morphe brow pencil in the shade hazelnut. But I would run out of it so fast, and the only place I could get it was Ulta or Morphe's website, and sometimes I didn't feel like waiting for it to come in. And so this L'Oreal pencil I can buy like anywhere. Y'all ignore that in the background. My husband and brother-in-law are having target practice apparently in the backyard, so if y'all hear it, that's just them. Just ignore it. But yeah, so we live out in the country, so they like to do their target practice a lot. But yeah, so that's how I do my brows. A lot of people ask me how I fill in my brows and how I get them the way I do. And this is literally it. Like, there's no technique to it. This is just what I do. But I will say the brow I'm doing right now is my bad brow. And ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about, because there's always one brow that does better than the other. Always. And this brow that I'm doing right now is my bad brow. I swear, I always have to work on this one more than I did the other one. And it never looks quite the same. But what's that saying? Don't they say sisters, not twins? Or brows are sisters, not twins? I don't know. Anyway, that's how I feel about that stupid brow. But eventually I usually just give up on it, and I'm like, this will do. And I'm like, if someone's going to say something about my brows, so be it. Okay, now I'm going in with a Wet n Wild liquid. Guys, I cannot talk. With a lip liner. I have had this forever. But I love the shade of it. And I tried to buy it the other day when I was in Walmart, because that's where I got it last time, was Walmart, and I couldn't find it. I don't know if they just don't make it anymore, or if they were just out of stock of it, or what, but I'll try to link it down below if I can find it. Now I'm using a Kylie guys, this is exactly why I don't do voiceovers. Anyway, I'm using a Kylie liquid, there we go again. I'm using a Kylie lipstick that she no longer makes, but I'll try to link it down below. And then now I'm using a NYX liquid lip gloss. There we go. I don't know why it took me so long, but yeah, there we go. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all guys next time.